Hello and welcome along to another episode of this FM22 Rebuilding Save from Viborg with me, Daniel. It's part 23 today and we are back for the final two games before the league split. We go away to Brondby, who could get back into the title race with a win against us. But if we win that, more importantly, we will be top going into the championship group. Something I didn't think we'd be saying. So if you're looking forward to finding out if we can do it, then please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM22 content from two long-term stories. Please do check out the F1 Manager series if you haven't already. The link is up in the eye above, as well as the new Panini sticker book opening, and of course the top 3 from Sunday as well. Massive thank you for your support with everything. All the other links are down in the description below. But we've got work to do here. Brondby v Viborg is a massive game, and it could decide whether it's a 2 or 3 horse title race. We've also got a youth intake which looked great on paper. Will we get that before the end of this episode? All of that we've got to find out. But let me very quickly first show you the 3 games we played off camera, because they've been really convincing. Yes, we've played sides that maybe aren't quite so strong on paper, the 2 promoted teams and struggling AAB, but 11 goals, none conceded. After coming back against Helsingborg, not too badly, we have really stepped on the gas now. So a 2-0 win at home, it was Carter, and then a late goal from Blaham in the 90th minute, which did make it look more convincing. In truth, it was a very similar performance to the Helsingborg game, but we got over the line, and then we just hit form. 3 games in a week arguably helped us. We were able to rotate, we were able to keep people fresh, and against Helsingborg, Blaham was the man who opened the scoring in a rare start before Toxvard Carlson and substitute Tobias Beck all added in the second period. Before a 5-0 win at home to Lyngby with Parma, Rothman, Blaham, who scored again, Harbo and Karstrup getting the goals. We are looking irresistible going forward, and more solid than recent times at the back. So this is all boding very well. We've got the semi-final of the Cup coming up in about a month's time, but we know the fixtures get congested once the league splits. So these 2 games become important to us. Our troubles have often come away from home this year, and to be fair, our troubles have often come against Brondby. So let's see how we get on in this one. It is going to be a massive start to the run-in for our football club. I'll show you everything else along the way. The dynamics, probably the closest to perfect I've ever had a club atmosphere, and everyone's playing well. We've had Jeppe Gröning sign a new 1-year deal. It's an extension because he played in 15 league games. He's closing in on that record for the club. He will break it next season if he's still here. We've also got players that we've got to think about making decisions for. If we have a look at the contract situation now, we've got Lerche, who will be able to discuss terms at the end of June. Karstrup, who's out of contract at the end of the year. But otherwise, it's a fairly settled squad, and we're in a really good position. I feel like it might be our best chance to win the league, but Copenhagen are going to be tough opposition. So let's get through to the fixtures away at Brondby. This game's going to tell us a lot. Let's see what 11 we can put out. It should be fairly strong, because we've had 8 days off after those 3 games in a week. The likes of Radasevic, Carrillo, really strong players in this Brondby team. Let's put together our best 11 and see how it stacks up against Brondby, the champions. Right then, everyone who's fit is basically involved. Oscar Burr's on the bench, he's not quite fully fit, and Sampaio, he's picked up an injury. We're not going to take any risks here. But I'm pretty happy with the 11 we have. We've got Lerche in goal, who's become a phenomenal keeper this year, and Yembi and Schroeder the fullbacks, with Bukima alongside Hayden Carter as centre-half. Witt, Harbo and Toxvard the midfield 3. How on earth do we replace Toxvard next year? And then Parma, Beck and Rothman the front 3. We need Jurchin Rothman to find last season's form. He's got the position under his belt now because of the Sampaio injury. So can he make it count? I'm expecting a tough test here. And this is the team we're up against. We've seen Maxo the skipper a number of times against us. We know the quality some of the others have. They've made loads of changes from their last game, but it just shows the strength they've got in their squad. This is a very good Brondby side. They have been competing this year. I don't know if they're still in Europe actually, because that could affect things. They were. So, Brondby played Arsenal on Thursday night. No wonder they've made so many changes. And that explains why this has been moved to Monday. So I'm starting to see why we're getting opportunities in the league this season, because Brondby are in the second knockout round of the Europa Conference. That's a really good effort from them. It was the conference, wasn't it? Yeah. And in Copenhagen, are they still in Europe at all? They are not. They went out in qualifiers. So Brondby are the side really competing for the nation. It's harming them in terms of domestic form. So we should have the physical advantage today. That extra 4 days off, it's got to be a real blessing, hasn't it? Let's see if we can take advantage. Well, a very quiet half an hour gone. We have dominated the stats. Loads of shots on target. Nothing worth seeing on camera, apparently. But it is 0-0. And for Brondby, given the fatigue in their squad, that's probably a pretty good effort. I do wonder how many subs they'll make and how early they'll make them. And will they come back into the game then? Because their subs probably still as good as our squad. So let's go and tell the lads to do it. Get revenge for that defeat at home earlier in the season. One of only 2 home games we've lost this season, and it was against them. And we're back 10 minutes into the second half as Brondby have the ball with the back 3. So often that's the tactic played against us this year. Not sure of the reasoning for it. It's long downfield to Carrillo, flicked on past Anyembi, and now they've got in down the left-hand side. Bjork into the box, chance to cut back to Hegheim, in towards Valleys, and Brondby are doing it again. 1-0 up with 56 gone. The stats would suggest we've had the better of the game, but we've only seen one highlight. It's a Brondby attack and a Brondby goal. Fair play to them. And you've also got to take into account that they've made 4 subs already. They are resting a lot of players there. And fair enough with Thursday night. I know it'll be their last game this season as they lost to Arsenal in the first leg, but they've done the flag proud for Denmark. They've been flying it superbly and they've given a real opportunity for that coefficient to improve, which may well benefit us next year if we're in Europe. As Maxo gets the ball at the back, chips wide to Valleys, the goal scorer, who surges down that right-hand side again, goes wide on the overlap. You can see the fresh legs making a huge difference. It's just like that Copenhagen game at the start of the season, this. He's into the box again. Bayer's header saved by Lerche, but they were offside from the rebound. It stays 1-0, but there are some warning signs, and I think with 20 to go, we got to gamble on subs. They've made all of theirs now, bar 1, and we've got some tired legs up there too. I'm going to take off Jurchin Rothman. I know it's a gamble, but I just don't see the form in him at the moment. Blaham's been scoring nearly every game. Palmer comes off on the right. He'll be replaced by Karstrup. Harbo will be replaced by Jeppe Gröning. It's the best we can do in midfield, I'm afraid. We're also going to take off Anyembi. It's his first game back to fitness for Burr. And actually, I think instead of bringing Gröning on, I'm going to bring Carlson on. Put Vitt into centre midfield, Carlson into the holding role, and then we'll bring on Gröning late on just to get him that appearance. But 20 to go, we're 1-0 down. No time for sentiment yet, as Berg's got a goal kick for the hosts. The champions are putting up a valiant effort and a valiant defence of their title as Lerche gets it in goal to Schroeder. A point here would be a fabulous result. Copenhagen were held earlier in the weekend. Brondby can't get closer if they don't beat us. And we're away down the left with Tobias Beck. Goes for the shot. He's done nothing all game. I nearly took him off. And he has delivered a stunning solo goal. Runs down the left, takes on his man, and puts an absolute perler into the far corner. Might not have done anything to get it, but it is 1-1, and that's what matters now. Gröning will come on for Vitt. We're just going to try and see it out. Fresh legs in the middle, just over 5 minutes to go, and it's a Brondby corner. We can't celebrate yet. Valley's in again, hedge just wide. Must be good in the air, the right wing back, because he's made some difference out there. And they've got to throw on the right again. Brondby are pushing. They know they have to win. But they get it in from the right. Maxo loses out in the air. I think he's playing up front now, is he? He's still in the box. It's up towards him again. Bjork's at the back stick and puts it wide. Is Maxo up front or is he just there for a set piece? No, he is. He's been chucked up there. 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. Can we hold on for a crucial point? We can. And if Brondby hadn't played on Thursday night, I think we'd be well and truly blown away there. Really good effort from them. We've done well to get a point. Yes, it helps us in the title race, but given what they're doing in Europe, I almost feel guilty we were playing that week. On ahead now to a game we should win at the weekend. The last opposition from the bottom half before the league split. And then it's tough tests all the way to the end. Fitness test time ahead of the weekend. And I feel with Sampaio coming back that we should check on Brondby's progress first. Because they were brilliant in the Europa Conference. So let's see how they got on against Arsenal. Did they make it? No, they didn't. They're out comfortably. They go away to Midtjylland today, and I kind of hope they can stay in the title race because they don't deserve to go out of it on that. In other news, Lyngby and Silkeborg battle it out for the final spot in the top half. And who have Copenhagen got? They're at home to Lyngby. We're away against one of the minnows of the league. We really both should be winning. So let's go and see if we can do that. It's the final game before the league split, and this time we don't have any dramas about whether we're going to make it or not. So let's see what 11 we've got, as it's a very small crowd away from home today. I think everyone that played last week is fine. I'm going to bring Sampaio back onto the bench. He'll replace possibly Laridson. I think that's the best we can do at the moment. And we're going to leave it at that. It's a really settled side. We look really confident at the moment. So let's see if we can go and get 3 more points. Unchanged 11. Sampaio back on the bench. Away we go. Final game before the championship group. Well, this is an important one for us because if we lose or draw, Copenhagen could go top again ahead of the split. So let's see as we get through the tunnel interview if we can put in a professional performance. It's a game we should be heavy favourites for, but we've had the odd frustrating draw on the road. So let's hope we can avoid that today. As we've got a throw on the left with 5 minutes gone. Schroeder takes it to Bukima. Got to say that Schroeder at left back has really grown into that role second half of the season. Still probably not good enough to be first choice next year if we get to Europe and the likes, but certainly as a backup and as part of the squad, it'd be a valuable member. Especially Laridson at 34 is going to be off now, as Palmer on the right hand side finds Toxvard through to Rothman. Had a torrid season, but that's a wonderful goal. Composed, rounds the keeper, slots it into the bottom corner. Comfortable as you like. 1-0 to Viborg. It looks like we're going to be top of the league heading into the final set of games. Although Copenhagen, who nicked Nygren from Nordsjælland in the January transfer window, a manager going back to his old club, or a player going back to his old manager, has got them the opening goal. And I was distracted because Daniel Anyembi has missed an interception and we have been pegged back immediately. It's 1-1. I got excited far too soon. And we're now back with a goal kick. Are we going to get a thriller? Because our defensive record is drying up. 2 games in a row we've conceded. And we've not looked particularly steady in this one. As at the back, the hosts have it. They go wide to Eskilsson. Taking on his man, Beck's trying to help out defensively and does really well in fairness. And then Toxvard gives it straight away again. As Hansen finds his wide man into the box again. Hits the woodwork. We should have been behind. Bukima gets it off the line. It's cleared downfield. And we are getting a proper scare here. Palmer wins it back on the right hand side. But to be honest, we shouldn't be level. We don't deserve it at all. Let's have a look at the league table to see where we stand at the moment. As we can't, we're back straight away for another highlight. Fit wins a header in the anchor role. Finds Palmer and Harbo. We need those midfielders to come to life here. And Yembi gets it at right back. Short to Carter. Brings it over halfway. Good pass to Palmer. Rothman's running off him. He's got Toxvard in support. Going through unopposed. There's no defender near him. Why did he shoot so early? There was no pressure. And he felt the need to go so quick. We've now got Copenhagen level on points. Brondby still 7 behind, but a goal puts them within touching distance too. And although we've had more of this game in terms of chances, they've really looked a threat against us. And Gallegos is in again. This is unacceptable. That's from a straight goal kick they've created that chance. And Eskilsson thankfully blazes it over the bar. We do not deserve to be at 1 apiece here. We've given away 3 glorious chances. And I'm not sure how they've got the lower expected goals because they should be ahead. Tobias Beck's now picked up an injury. We'll replace him at half time. But it's 1-1. We're looking a little bit susceptible at the back. And it's probably the most vulnerable we've been for a while. So off comes Tobias Beck for Magnus Karstrup. Can we get some heroics off the bench, please? We've now got an injury to David Palmer on the right. Sampaio is going to have to come on earlier than planned. That's a pulled groin as well. Thankfully, it's an international break, but might still miss a game or 2 after that. Copenhagen have doubled their lead, so they are definitely moving on to 50 points. What can we do, though? As it's a free kick in, and Flavio Sampaio. Boy, we've missed you. It's a nothing goal. Just a free kick whip to the back post. It was headed up more than away, and Sampaio was the man to anticipate, to react first. It's a lovely goal. It's a bit of poaching from the centre forward. He's out on the right wing, but it hasn't changed his style. As Toxvard wins it on the left to Rothman. Across to Sampaio, he scored again. We talked about the subs making a difference. Flavio Sampaio is the ultimate game changer. 3-1 Viborg. We're going to be top of the league. Yes, it's by 2 points, but it's not a convincing lead, is it? Copenhagen will have to play twice. Brondby will have to play twice. I'm not sure we're getting many results as we've got a corner kick. Going to delay the changes slightly. To the back post to Carter who heads over. And we're going to have to make all the rest at once because we've had 2 sub breaks already. So I'm going to take off Vitt in the holding role for Gröning. I'm going to take off Anyembi at right back for Oscar Burr. And I'm going to bring on Blahan for Rothman up front because he deserves a run out. We've got just under 20 to go before stoppage time. Hopefully we can hold on pretty comfortably now. And with 5 to go, the title race hots up again because Copenhagen get a third, Brondby get a late winner at Midtjylland, and it looks like it's going to be a 3-horse battle right to the end of this title race. This is competitive. This is proper stuff. We didn't start well. We gave away chances there, but we got the win. I'm happy in the end. Well, big news at the end of this game. Tobias Beck is not a bad injury. I can't see anything for Parma, so we must have got him off quick enough. But most importantly, 1.6 million for being top before the championship group split. That is absolutely huge because it basically times our bank balance by 500%. So we're definitely going to take that. Should prevent another sale in the summer. Flavio Sampaio saved us on the bench. I think you can see why he's overtaken Rothman now. And potentially with Parma going in the summer, he might have to be a right winger permanently then. Let's have a look at the other messages we've got. Matches on TV, it's all of them. And we start with some really big games. I am not looking forward to those final two. If it goes to the wire, Copenhagen the penultimate match, then Esbjerg away. That is not an easy finish at all. Let's have a look at the championship group though. Where on earth are the fixtures? Are they out here yet? Or do we need to skip ahead? They're there. Right, so we've got to make plans here because we've got that awkward semi-final of the Cup, the 2 midweeks at the end of this month. And that is against a very strong Brondby side who are now out of Europe and haven't got any other priorities to distract them. We've also got the likes of Copenhagen towards the end of the month. So I'm wondering if we make 3 more episodes out of this. Do we do Copenhagen and Brondby, the 2 away games? We'll have to play the one off camera in the middle. Maybe even make it a triple header. Then do the second leg and back-to-back Brondby games in the league. And then Copenhagen and the final one, depending on how the title race is going. It looks like it's going to be one hell of a finish. It's certainly been one hell of a season. But this is proper football. Nothing like Helsingborg where we're able to run away with it by 10, 15, 20 points after promotion. It's taken us a year to build, but we've got a real chance now. And although we play the top sides, I feel like we can compete, particularly going forward. So let me know what you think about that down in the comments. Unfortunately, we haven't had our youth intake yet, but don't forget, there's this golden generation potentially on the way. Please, just let it deliver me something. It says there's a great centre midfielder, a great striker, a great goalkeeper. Oh, I'd love it. Let me know if you think it will deliver or it will be a bitter disappointment again. And do you think we can win the league or the Danish Cup? One, both, or neither? Let me know down in the comments. If you did enjoy this one, please do chuck a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily FM22 content. It's a big season in the Hemel save. You can find that one in the eye above, as well as the new F1 manager career, the new Panini sticker book pack openings, and the Twitch channel for regular live streams too. Don't forget to check out the top 3s. The latest one came out on Sunday evening. And of course, make sure you come back here in a couple of days' time, because this is going to be a blockbuster finish to the season. Copenhagen still invincible, still yet to lose a game, but we might yet deny them the league title. It would be one hell of an achievement if we can, but we're going to have to face them twice in the meantime. I hope you'll come and join me to find out if we can edge closer. I'll see you back here in a couple of days' time. Thanks for watching.